nonsense.
Hey, this is Mike. I'm not available to answer my phone right now. I will get back to you as soon as I can if you leave your name, your number, and a message.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Michael, it's a grandmother. I don't need to leave my name and my phone number. I figured after raping that terrorist a few weeks back that I would check to see if anything happened, because I couldn't find you anywhere in the house. So, yes, I will talk to you later, and you better talk to me soon. Hello, welcome to What the Fuck Week 11. Or is it 12? I don't remember, but I believe it's 11. Anyways, I'm Bunny, same as usual. This week I'm doing relationship questions. Took me a second to remember that, because I'm totally not here. Anyways, yeah, everybody's been having their issues. As a matter of fact, myself, I've just gotten out of a 2.5-year relationship. So, I figured it was a good topic to hit on. But, my first question is, what do I think is the perfect relationship? Seriously, since everybody is so different from each other, there's no perfect relationship out there. No relationship itself is going to be perfect, because if it was perfect, it wouldn't work out, and it'd still be awful anyways. Because if everything was perfect all the fucking time, people would not want to be in the relationship. So, I think in a somewhat perfect relationship for people in general, I think any relationship should have a little bit of fighting. I don't mean constantly all the time, or beating the crap out of each other, or, you know, strangling somebody until they're almost passed out and they don't remember the conversation type of fighting, or, I mean, a little bit of fighting here and there. There's disagreements, people do that. That's normal, and that's healthy for a relationship. People should be honest with each other, open with each other. They should know, not totally everything, but there shouldn't be some massive skeletons in your closet, like some hiding children, or, you know, that secret lover on the side. Man, when I worked at the sex store, there were a lot of those. Nothing like coming in to buy 2 things that were totally identical and finding out one's for the wife and one's for the girlfriend. So yeah, I mean, with any relationship, I think there should be a little bit of disagreement. Obviously, you want to have common interests, because if you have nothing in common, well, then it's going to suck a lot. I think that any type of good relationship should be built on honesty and trust and loyalty to each other, because if you can't have those things, then it's not going to work out. And the best thing to do to have a relationship is you have to be each other's best friend before you can be anything else. If you're not best friends, well, then it's not going to work out, because obviously you're not that close. So those are things to keep in mind, but the biggest one is the whole friendship, best friends thing, because if you're not, then it's not going to be that stable of a relationship. What's an appropriate amount of time to say I love you in a relationship? I think it's whenever you feel that you're ready. It's not so much that there's an actual specific time, like, hey, it's it that day, I love you. But I think in general, most people in a relationship hit that hit or miss mark when it hits, like, I don't know, 3 months. 3 months is about the make or break point where you're going to stay together or not. So I would say maybe after the 3-month point sometime, but more or less when you think that both of you are ready. I mean, I don't say, you know, make an exact point of this day I'm going to tell them, but when you feel it's right, because that's what love is. It's a feeling, it's an emotion, you're letting someone know. So it's not like you can really sit there and put it on a calendar and tell somebody. It's when you feel the moment's right. But I would say leave it till after the 3-month point. why do girls hate video games? Why they ruin relationships whatsoever? I can definitely tell not all girls are the same. There's a lot of girls out there that do like video games. I love video games. I have over 15 systems and tons and tons and tons and tons of games. And I mean, the thing is, I have had one relationship where it ruined the relationship because he constantly played video games all the effing time. So when it gets to the point where the video game is more important than you, I can see it ruining a relationship. Get to the point of standing there naked and you choose the game over you, well then, yeah, I could see that being a fucking issue. I can see it being an issue when you say stuff and it just goes right over their head and it's something really important and you ask them later and they're like, and it's just gone. So yes, it's not that all girls hate video games. Some of them feel jealous. Maybe if you play video games with them, if they like games. If they don't like games, you know, make sure you set special time aside for them. If they're that jealous that they won't allow you to play them ever, and they're total bitches about it, then you probably shouldn't be with them. Why money and like social factors have anything to do with relationships? Well, I can say personally, I don't want to be with someone that I have to raise. When I'm with somebody and I have to treat them like my child instead of my boyfriend, then obviously it bothers me some. Truthfully, I look for someone that wants to either go to school, wants to have a good job, career, whatever, you know, something good with their life. But if they're at that point where they just, you know, are going to sit on their ass and be deadbeats for the rest of their life, obviously I don't want to sit around with them and waste my time. I want someone that wants to have a family and all this kind of crap. It's not totally about money. I could care less about money. It's more or less the fact of someone being reliable and responsible and mature and not acting like they're still 15 and jacking off to porn and playing video games all day, because that's not how you're supposed to spend the rest of your life. You're supposed to grow up from that and stop. But, and not totally, I'm not saying that you have to give up your entire life. I mean that you're not supposed to spend your entire fucking day doing that, living in your parents' basement until you're 40. But yeah, I mean, I can see some families, I've had issues with that before. Someone was sitting there saying crap about me because I'm not in the highest rank of the totem pole. I don't buy expensive things. I buy cheap clothes. I make some of my own clothes. But you know what? It's more personality than it is about your social status. And if people have a problem with it, well then you can tell them to go shove it and fuck themselves. People staying in abusive relationships. That's another one. I think it's awful when people stay in a relationship because they think that, you know, it's going to be really hard. I know that it's really difficult getting out of a relationship when you're really close to someone and you feel like you're going to hurt them, and you could care less if they hurt you or not, but it's more damaging to yourself by doing that, and it's going to end up being damaging to them in the end as well. So truthfully, if you love yourself and you love them, it's best to break up for, you know, those reasons. It's not good to stay in a relationship just because that's your comfort level. That's, you know, it's most convenient for you. I can see some cases, but when it gets to the point that people are violent or emotionally abusive or whatever, you know, it's something you have to put in mind. Or if you know they're cheating on you, obviously there's something going on there, you know. And that's my next point. What is it that makes people cheat? Like, I know people have their reasons, and everybody's got different reasons, and there's, you know, as to why they do that, but I mean, seriously, if you're gonna go around and fuck 18 people, why are you gonna be in a relationship? You know, I mean, if you truly care about someone, you're not going to go behind their back and screw around with other people. But yeah, if you got answers to that, tell me. What do you think is the reason that people cheat? Like, what do you think people cheat for? What causes them to cheat? What makes them feel the need to cheat? I mean, personally, I think most of it's usually physical, but sometimes it's not. So, I don't know. I need your input. Tell me what you think. But anyways, I think in general, relationships have just gone way out of hand compared to what they used to be. People used to court each other, quote unquote, rather date around. They would date multiple people, and then they would ease into a relationship, and it would be exclusive, and then, it would progress from there. And that's back when the divorce rate wasn't more than 50%. So, yeah, I think people need to learn to take it easy. Everybody's ready to say, I love you, and get married after like a half a year of knowing each other. And, it's just gotten to the point that people don't take relationships as in the whole emotional. It's more or less people are like so desperate to be loved or love someone that they're just going out there and attacking everyone, and that's what all the cheating is about, and all the divorces and the breakups and all this crap. Nobody really looks at it in the aspect of truly falling in love with someone and spending their lives with them. They rather have 80 booty calls, and it's just gotten to a really bad point. It's like somebody's Facebook status that I read where it said a quote from a song. What was it? It's 1:15. I'm a little drunk and I need you now. It's a nicer way of saying it's 1:15. I'm wasted and I need you for a booty call. So, anyways, I think anybody's input on relationships, I will take it into I will take it into consideration, put it all together, maybe come up with something for a different show. But I will talk to you later. Peace.